Hey guys, Manitove here. What we're going to be doing right now is going over a couple of Guild Wars. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, the reason why I'm showing this is because I've come up with a new favorite comp, and that is the Velajuel, Lauren, and Tyranies. I'll be using that against a Jean, Eladriel, Theo in the first fight, and then the second fight is a little bit of a cheese on my part because there's three dark units on the defense. So I went ahead and just took the light golem. The reason why I like this right now is one, the Wind Druid is epically OP. Two, my Velajuel is on a speed, crit damage, defense build with a lot of defense subs. So it makes him a very reliable damage dealer. And then Lauren is Lauren. Both Velajuel and the Wind Druid scale on defense when they deal their damage, as you saw how my Wind Druid nearly one-shot that Eladriel. So we'll go through a couple of these, highlighting this particular comp because, like I said, I discovered it a couple days ago. Finally got my Wind Druid S3 skilled up enough to make him viable. Theo does Theo things, but it's already over at this point because I believe the res is up next turn. I'll just bring the Lauren back and it won't be anything to worry about. The nice thing is also the Druid, in addition to having the res, has a self-res, so if he dies, it essentially buys you one more turn. So it just makes it a lot more stable. Now this one was a Gianna, Miho, and I don't remember the Dark Pony's name. So I just brought the Light Golem because it takes 5 hits to kill him, barring insane bio procs from the Gianna or maybe the Miho. There wasn't going to be enough damage on that side, and I brought Raccoon in just to cleanse anything that gets stuck onto my Light Golem. So like I said, it's pretty much a cheese way of handling this defense. I made a couple of mistakes, and I still very easily beat it. Wasn't even worried about it. Like I think I tried to drop a bomb on the Dark Pony while it still had Will on it. The reason I dropped the bomb on the Miho right there was to hopefully land the dot because it was in killable range, which it worked out. And then Raccoon does Raccoon things. Like I said, it wasn't really a big threat the entire time. If you haven't built a Light Golem yet, it does serve a very useful purpose. It even is very effective against the Odin comps, the snipe comps on defense. So that was that first match. Now we're going to try to do it a little bit differently today. So what I will do is we're going to hop over here. And Velajuel. This is my Velajuel. Like I said, he is on a speed, crit damage, defense. There's no defense up there, but speed, decent defense down here, decent defense down here. And we will go ahead and take a look at the Tyranies. Plus 128 speed, not high crit rate, nothing on crit damage because right now mine is on a speed defense build. But that's the way I wanted it, just to make it a little bit more tanky, a little bit more sustainable. Once this next event that's over, I'm actually going to be looking for slot 6 and slot 4 runes because you can't, I believe you can't craft the same spot or the same type. So I'm going to go for a Will and a Violent and craft both of those. And then change around his set a little bit to give him a little bit more damage output. And then we'll just go ahead and hop on in here, take a look at the Lauren. 132 on Violent Revenge, 76% accuracy, good HP, decent defense. Mine is on a speed, defense, HP build, and reflected in the stats. Alright, we can go ahead and the light bulb in the storage. I think Rakuni is too, so we will take a look at this here. Violence Nemesis, plus 133 speed, 84 accuracy, and once again the main stats are speed, attack, and attack, and I went for the HP and defense in the subs. So with that, we'll go ahead and pop back over to the next one and see how this looks. Alright, this is another one of my cheese comps. You guys have seen it before. Luis, Bulwark, and Molong. I sniped their one threat, which is their Molong. This way it doesn't get a Reckless Me and then Unwanted Harmony in combo to heal and then do more damage. I'm seeing a lot more Rakans on defense in the G1 area because of the most recent buff where he strips when he collapses. I do see its viability in this particular comp. It really didn't pan out for this person. And the nice thing is when I bring in Bulwark, the Rakan is going to just keep charging up the knowledge on Bulwark, so I can cycle through and get that 5-stack heal faster. And then in addition, most of the time the Fireheart Magician will block multiple times and put up that immunity multiple times, so that always helps as well. Now, it wasn't really a hard comp for me to just snipe and tank out. Sort of bruisery. It's a bruiser snipe team. Unlike just trying to tank through it and damage them down over time. Like I said, pretty effective, pretty simple team if you happen to have these two. In addition, we now have Monty. Mine is 6-starred and ready to go. I will be highlighting him later. Now here is my Veligul, Lauren, and Tyrannies once again. The whole key to this is getting defense buff up as quickly as possible, because that's going to scale up the damage that both Veligul and Tyrannies do. Literally, the Lauren is just there for attack bar manipulation and defense break. As you see right there, 27k crit from my Veligul on the Sierra. So, like I said, pretty decent damage dealer from a quote-unquote support unit. Most people just look at Veligul like, oh, he does an attack bar boost and 3-turn immunity with the cleanse, which is very nice. But not the last patch, but the patch before that, Veligul and Fermion both got a minor little buff in which their S2 went from a 3-turn cooldown to a 2-turn cooldown when you max it out. So it made his viability as a damage dealer. It increased it greatly. I am enjoying this particular comp, and I foresee myself running it a lot in the future. Without defense buff, 10k on their Veligul with broken defense. Not too bad, figuring that most Veliguls are going to be on either a speed defense or a defense crit damage defense build. And just because of the Druid's ability to res, and he has a self-heal on the second skill. So, just to refresh my memory on what we're going to look at next. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the Bulwark again, because I know I've shown him before and I haven't changed him much in the past couple of months. There is the Bulwark. He is on Focus, Will, Shield for the initial 2 stacks. 26,000 HP, almost 27. Plus 128 speed, 85% accuracy. He is on a speed HP build. That Molong that we were just looking at is this one, which is by Violent. He's on Violent Broken. Plus 30k HP, plus 129 speed. And he is on a speed HP build with decent substats on the 135. And then we'll take a look at my Luis, who is something of a project for me because right now she is on Swift Revenge. Plus 21k, plus 130 speed, and I did that just so it would be faster than the Bulwark and the Molong. And that is speed, HP. This unit is much more viable on Swift, or on Violent than Swift, but I work with what I got. We'll go ahead and take a look at the last guild match. Now this one is another one that I've been working on. This is Leo, Vanessa, and Balegar. The reason I wanted to use this comp was to handle certain comps, like the Odin comps. The whole point of this is to have them both target my Leo, so he can die and then come back with attack buff, plus Balegar's 44% attack lead, leads to a pretty gnarly torrent from Leo. And you see my Leo dies, comes back, he has attack buff. I land the defense break. Almost 90k to that Sierra. Torrent, 61k. Pretty solid, I like it. And this was not this exact team, but this team, it was pretty much based on the fact of how many Jeans you see on defense, and that's why I wanted to integrate damage into my Velajoule, because it's pretty much a requirement now for immunity if you're going to take on a Jean comp, unless you have a passive-based team that can deal a lot of damage. So I wanted to work more damage onto the Velajoule because it needed the immunity. And that's why I started pairing it with Lauren, and then last TOA I was fortunate enough to pull this Tyrannys, and just happened to be rifling through things and figured I would try with the defense buff, and it worked very well. So as you can see in this particular guild battle, I went ahead and ran it 3 times, and that was where the self-res comes into effect. This is a pretty tanky Leica. Another nice thing about Lauren is it does have the heal block on the skill 2, so it makes for an easy win. So now we'll take a look at the Vanessa first. Once again, not overly anything special. I only use it for Guild Wars. I know some people like to use it for RTA. I'm just not one of those people, so Vanessa does not get a lot of love on my end. But it is speed, HP, defense, just for survivability because I'm using it in that trick combo. And just whatever I had lying around to get enough speed to be viable. And then next one will be Balegar. 81% crit rate, 241 crit damage, plus 1600 attack. on Rage Will, and that is for the standard BJR5. So I figured if I was going to put such a good rage damage set on a unit, I wanted to find another way to use it, rather than it just being used in one aspect of the game. And this is my Leo. He is on Vampire Nemesis. Fastest creature in the game at 100 speed, 23k HP, decent defense, 99% crit rate, 166 crit damage. He is on a HP crit damage and HP build, and that's because I was using him as a tanker to handle some fire comps, but now I think I'll be throwing an attack rune on one of these just so I can get more damage output. Because I do want him to die the first turn the other teams are going for the cheese that I'm using. And with that, we'll go ahead and jump on into the next guild. We're going to do 2 guilds back to back. And once again, the Lauren Velojewel Tyrannies. Now I have been cycling back and forth between Velojewel being the lead for the HP for himself, or Lauren, the attack type lead. And I've settled on, I think I pretty much like it better when Velojewel is the lead, because it opens up the comps a little bit more what I can attack. If they have a water-based damage dealer on their side, my Velojewel can soak up more damage. But I wanted to see if I could maximize some damage output while I was doing it. And this was a pretty non-threatening defense. I mean, the Light Tower saw his day in the prime back in, what was it, 2015, 2014, but since then there's so much damage output in this game that if your only talent is tanking damage, you're not going to go far. And then once again, Luis Molong and Bulwark. The reason why for this one, I was going to snipe out Skogul. Fixed damage removes any threat that Miho may bring by her passive not being able to be killed. Rakuni, I know, is going to proc religiously over and over, so he's going to put up Rabbit's agility multiple times, which is going to give a speed buff, which is going to allow me to steal it. So basically 2 stacks for free for my Bulwark. And fixed damage is Miho's arch nemesis. I mean, if you don't happen to have a Rocky, you could use Molong, you can use Arnold, you can use the Dark Sylphid. Pretty much just put it in one-shot range. It doesn't matter what's going to happen after that because the fixed damage will kill it. One thing I did figure out though is the Light Bear, even though it does damage based off of its HP consumption when it attacks, it can still crit. So it's not going to kill the Miho. So don't go ahead and do that. Use the Wind Bear. The Wind Bear is fixed damage. At this point, it's just dealing with Rakuni's annoyingness. Alright, we'll hop into the next match. Another comp that I've been playing with, Ophelia, Messity Bulldozer. Ophelia has a 44% defense leader skill, so just maximizing the damage output from Bulldozer. Cry a Threat is going to keep all the other units entertained on her unless it's stripped, or like you see the 200 IQ Velojewel over there. And also with the Messity, instead of turn cycling the Bulldozer repeatedly, you can turn cycle the Ophelia to make sure Cry a Threat is consistently up. Once again, this is another unit I really want to change off its Swift build because it does shine on Bio, like most units in this game. But this one specifically does need Vio to optimize its skill set because Violent Proccing for it doesn't remove its Cry of Threat, which allows you to, if you proc, you can turn cycle into that invincibility more frequently, or you can attack again, which when it attacks with the first skill, it gets immunity for one turn after. And then once again with this beautiful comp. Beautiful comp. I don't think you guys understand how beautiful this comp is. Luis doing Luis things. That light Neostone agent is mighty annoying. But it's a great buff. Can't wait to get one myself. Hopefully one day, right there up there with that light lich that I'll eventually get, and Miho. My LD luck is no. If I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. As you can see, their defense is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Turn cycle, protection, multiple healing. So, it was a little bit of annoyance. And then, as you saw, my nearly 80% accuracy Lauren struggled to strip because that makes sense. And now I finally get the defense break, and defense buff is on, so that is a dead Luis. Because of elemental disadvantage, that druid is going to continuously target my wind druid, which is fine by me. I'll just keep him buffed and ready to res. The other nice thing is although I don't run much accuracy, as you saw, Bellajoul does have a first skill 75% chance to strip. But it's pretty effective. I haven't, no, that's not true. There was one match I've lost this week using this particular comp, and that was because it was the first time I tried the comp, and the Druid's S3 had not been maxed yet. The difference with skill ups, it's a world of difference on how useful this particular unit is. So we will go ahead and take a look at the Ophelia. Swift broken, I mean, nothing really great. It's something I was just trying out. It's on speed, HP that's not maxed, and HP, because all the Paladin's skill ones do damage based off of HP. Now as you see, there's tons of missing grinds and enchants and all that fun stuff. So that's something I gotta work on. And we'll go into the last match. Oh, we see the beautiful comp once again. And this is a pretty standard combination with the Chandra. And once again, the whole reason why I built this was to handle the Jean comps. The wild card in this one is the Wind Pony, which I wasn't really worried about in this instance. Because if it gets stuck in human form, either my Bellajoul or my Tyrannus is going to be able to one-shot it. And I know I've said in prior videos that Pony AI on defense, not very good. So usually they make for pretty easy targets. The only one that seems to get better on defense is the water one. And I don't know if that's an intentional thing or not. Even without defense buff, I mean, that was 15k hit from the Druid, so yeah, like I said, I wasn't worried about that pony at all. And elemental disadvantage, 23k on broken defense with defense buff. And then here's me just playing around because I didn't think this defense was very good. Not knocking the person that built it, just this particular setup was not threatening 2 forms of immunity. That's okay. Wind monkey countering. Meh. Beta brings some sort of sustain with its AoE heal and grant life, but the moment that grant life goes on cooldown, unless that thing procs like 3 times, it's not going to be doing anything again. So as you saw, I got into torrent range and just put Beta into a killable range, and the monkey lands a decent stun, and there goes the Beta. Now I just killed the monkey, and it's going to be GG. I think they killed my Leo, but my Leo served its purpose. That's why I brought Leo and 2 fire units, so everything would focus on the Leo. Now for me, Velajul on defense, like I've been playing for over 2,000 days, and still have the stigma that the Velajul is not a great defense unit, but maybe with this new offensive comp that I'm trying, it might be something I might try out, but I still don't think it's very viable. But with that, we'll go ahead and take a look at my Leica that has not been changed since 2015. Plus 8k health, 93% crit, 159 crit damage, 1620 plus on the attack, on vampire and crit. And there is my Perna. 20k HP, plus 78 speed, 95 crit, 161 damage, crit damage. Violent energy, because that's what I have. But I did get an upgrade for him, so I'm looking forward to doing some grinding there. And that will cover today's video, 2 Guild Wars. I hope you liked what you saw. Please, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you see anything I missed, once again, leave a comment. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Have a great day.